Hello everyone and welcome to another session of me programming daily. Today I would like to continue working on wyvern, and I would like to focus on exploring the issue that we found yesterday regarding gamma connections that lead to origins that are not inserted into the list of origins or the map of origins yet, which means that we will be removing this whole section from the function today. Sorry, just the connections from this function today. And also what I would like to do, because it's just not correct. It cannot be fixed because, well, at least in the current shape of the function, because we would have to make sure that all origins are inserted into this list or map at the time of rendering the gamma connection, which might not always be possible because, see, we're rendering those only here, and we might be injecting origins at some later stage. So that won't work. So what I'm thinking is, or maybe let's leave those gamma connections in and ignore for the moment the fact that they are not going to work exactly like they should be. Instead, let's just focus on correctly updating dimensions and origins. So what I have in mind for those gamma connections is to be formulated simply in another sweep of the blocks. Once we have the dimensions correctly calculated, gamma connections and also block sizes or block dimensions, and also when we have the full map of origins prepared. That will probably take some time, and I would be surprised if we finish it this week, but let's give it a go and see what happens. So I hope you have your drink of choice ready. I just make myself some coffee. And let's get to it. So what we need to do is, alongside the process of updating origins, I would also like to update dimensions wherever an ID is present. So let's see what we return here. We return a diagram. That's the first element of the tuple, is here. Origins, then direct gamma connections, indirect gamma connections. Let's pretend they don't exist for now. Let's ignore them. So after origins, I think we should also return updated dimensions, because as we enter this function, we only have dimensions of the connections. What we need is also dimensions of the blocks, which we will only know at the time of rendering. We won't know the dimensions of blocks, I think, just from a sweep like that. I'm just looking at this, and this looks very tempting. So what is W? No, we've been here before. That with basically doesn't work here. We need to do it at the rendering time. So these are our dimensions, and we're going to return that here. Or as we call it, DS. So first of all, let's make sure that nothing breaks. Yeah, we just need another sweep to calculate this correctly. At least this is what I'm saying now. Maybe I'll prove myself wrong at some later stage, but for now we have this another sweep that's rendering. Let's use it for calculating dimensions of blocks and their gamma connections. Okay, so now a moment of truth. Meaning we'll have to implement those dimensions. Main uses render all. Let's just use this name. Let's say we want to return origins and dimensions. Okay, dimensions we're getting correctly. Origins should also be fine. They should be translated. Action 2 does not have question 2. Yeah, it's shifted by 2. So that's 9.2. Let's check. 1, 2, 3 times 3. That's 9. 9.2. Okay. this works. Six, 7, and 9 lead to 1. 6, 7, and 9. We only have two connections, D to D and to A. That should be shifting everything by 2. Yeah, A and D. Okay. Just a quick sanity check. Okay, so now, alongside update origins, we also need update dimensions, which we already seem to have. But we don't use it. Okay. So what do we have? Original map, maybe ID, the double value, and the updated map. Beautiful, so we already have that. Let's use it. Can we just have this? Would this compile? Oh, the order is incorrect. ID with map. I think I just got the order wrong. Now it looks much closer to this. So we're adding widths now of everything except, ooh. Oh, so now we don't even have to worry. And now we do just width. Okay, so what do we have? ID, it's a question, and question widths we don't track yet. ID 6 is what? It's an action, we track that, that's 6. ID A, that must be a question, yeah, that's 0. B is 3. C3, D01, so D must be a question, yes. E3, F3. Okay, so this is not looking bad. Now the final piece of the puzzle is to add the widths of questions. So for now, let's ignore it. I don't know what this is going to be yet, but this is going to be DS. So let's think. We have the width of the left-hand side established. And it's going to be this. So the right width is going to be something like that. First, let's see if it builds. And now let's use those dimensions. I think this should work. Call me crazy. So let's see. 15.5, because we have 5 different connections. 1, 2, maybe it would be easier to count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is correct, and it says the width should be 15, so that's 3 times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. ID2, question 2, should have the width of 15.2. Here, I'm not sure that's correct. ID3 is 6. Correct. ID2 though. This is not right. Let's keep going. A is 9.2. D is 9.1. A is 9.2. 1, 2, 3, correct. And D is 9.1. That's not correct. D should be 6. I'm confusing origin and width. That is much better. D61. Yeah, much better. Okay, so this is looking very promising. Origins we no longer have to print out. We know them already. So now these widths are all, I think, correct. So we can proceed to formulating those gamma connections. So what do we have at the time of these two rendering functions being complete? We have a list of origins. So that's a map of ID and point. And we have also a map of widths or dimensions. Same ID, but it has the widths. What we do not have is gamma connection origins. But we can easily start tracking that here. So instead of tracking list of points and list of tuples of points, yes, it's important. Instead of doing this, but that's is something we'll leave for the next session. And there's only going to be one thing. So that is going to be a list of tuples. And this is going to be an ID. Because the destination ID, and that will lead us to two maps. One is the map of origins, and one is the map of widths. Which makes me think, can we combine origins and widths? Into destinations. I don't think anything else uses those origins. or no, let's just take it step by step. So we'll do 2 lookups. One is origin, one is width. We'll combine the results, and that is going to be our gamma destination. Okay, but we'll do it during the last session. I'm just going to check if it still runs. This seems correct. So yeah, let's wrap it up here today. So thank you all for your patience today and for sticking with me. During the next session, we'll be trying to formulate those gamma connections, even though just as coordinates first, based on the origins and widths. And let's see where that takes us. Take care of yourselves and see you next time. Bye.